Right everyone, we're back again. I've switched my Xbox off and on. See if that works. Hopefully going to catch just the very end of qualifying. Something. At least see the positions. At the moment we've got TTB Glads making his debut for us tonight. And currently 3 tenths up on the divisional pole. Right, this is the longest it's stayed on, so hopefully we're going to be okay. Right, so just to run through. Right, okay guys, let's pretend I'm starting the stream now. So welcome to ARC Tier 2 Round 5 Mexico Grand Prix. We have unfortunately effectively missed qualifying, but we can at least see the positions. See that Glads currently has pole. I'm just looking down the order, there's definitely nobody left out on a proper lap, so it's going to be our new guy, Glads, on pole. Evan in P2, so used to be in pole, but not tonight. So Evan P2, Lord DA P3, Taylor, another new guy for us guys, P4. Brian qualifies on the mediums, only one to do so by the looks of it, inside the top 10 in a way. Then we have Spartan, Ghosts, Rapid Clappy, or Rapid Luigi, he's forgot to change his tag. Stampy in P9, Reapers 10, Books in P11, Jon Snow, new also with us tonight. Helping out in Tier 2 though, he's normally Tier 1. Mario P13, Abby in P14, Grandad helping out tonight as well, reserving P15, Top Gotcha 16, Marsh 17, Tit Rebel 18, Gazan 19, and a Daniel K P20 also helping out tonight. So we've at least got to see the order. Apologies for the technical difficulties. I kept turning it on. Within about 30 seconds, it just went off again, and it just kept. I must have tried it like 10 times. So I turned my Xbox off and on again, and this time it seems to be going. So we can just get on with it. But of course, the first thing I'm going to tell you now is that we're going into a break. So I do apologise. I have done this directly through streams. So I won't be able to put you on the break screen. I'm just going to go quiet. I need to type in the Tier 2 chat. So I'll be back with you shortly. Hello again, everyone. So the call has gone to ready up and get this race started here at Mexico. It's quite a long one, I think. On top of my head, I think it's 36 laps. Might be wrong. Might be 32. Not sure. We'll find out in a second. Anyway, yeah. So again, apologies for the troubles with getting the stream started and qualifying. I am also on the stream now, so I can see some comments coming in. Did I miss quali? Yes, but so did the stream. Alright, geeking. Remember, no formation lap, so we are going to be go when the lights go out now. So, Glads looks like he got off the line pretty well. He's still going to be vulnerable on this long straight down to the first corner. Everybody so far, I suppose it is a straight line, but everybody so far has gotten away okay, as Glads looks to defend from Evan. They're side by side, and some fantastic racing, and for P2 and P3 as well. No contact made between any of them. Awesome racing. But Evan looks like he's got the job done into turn 5 actually, I think. So Glads, I'm sure, will be loving the chance of victory from pole position on his first ever race with us. I know Glads, he races in another league that I stream and commentate on. Oh, we've lost someone. We've lost Black Spartan. We've lost Spartan. Trying to see where we've lost it. Oh, it's in the S's, which is a pretty usual place, isn't it? We've got a virtual safety car, so it's not a full safety car. Let's just have a look. There's, well, Daniel K up 8 places from last on the grid to, after an incident in qualifying, up to P12. Absolutely blown off the start. Some other good gainers as well. Gaz is up 5 from 19th. We are going again. The green light's there. As Marsh picks up 5 seconds, speeding in the pit lane. Just him and Books are the two pitting. So let's just have a look. I just want to have a look at who did what with tyres. So, oh, a bit interesting. So we got, well, we knew Brian had qualified in the top 8. Glads has gotten back ahead of Evan. And Lord DA takes advantage of that as well. And moves up into P2. So, Evan down a couple of places. Has he met his match this week? He's won 3 of the first 4 races in the Ferrari. There's the predicted stop strategy, potentially soft medium or soft medium. There's all sorts you can do around here. You can do a medium to hard or hard to medium if you qualify outside the top 10. Who one of our guys is trying to do, I think. Jon Snow, who has made his way up into P9 now, has started on the hard tyres. He's off to a good hunt. And at the moment, big battle's going on at the front, and we've lost another. We've lost a McLaren, and we have another virtual safety car. He's lost it at the end of the S's by the looks of it. Whether his car will still be there when Marsh gets round, we'll have to see. No, it's disappeared, but that was where he'd lost it, just on the exit. So we've lost Mario, we've lost a McLaren of Mario, Black Spartan, Williams, is it? I can't remember Black Spartan's team. No, Alpine, I think. He's Alpine. Going by colour. Drive-through penalty for Grandad. Speeding under virtual safety car. Gotta be so careful. It's gonna herd in, currently running in P14. As we are underway once more. See, one on the back of DA. Grandad picks up a few seconds as well. You've got yellows. We've lost somebody else now in sector 2, and it's Abby. We've lost the RC. Oh, careful, guys, if you're coming up to him. Too late for Daniel, unfortunately. If you're coming up to him, guys, be careful. He's in the middle of the road. You can hear me. Should be slowing in away because of the yellow flags. He is still there at the moment. He's disappeared now, so you're okay now, guys. Haven't reached him, but unfortunately I'm pretty sure Daniel K or Gazzy Goat, you may know him. You've did hit him, I think, but luckily he isn't out of the race. He's still going. A couple of other pitters as well. Grandad's in for his drive-through. Daniel K interchange. Marsh. No, he'd already pitted. Sure, we had another pitter, John Snow, didn't he? No? I think he might have had a drive-through as well, because he's still on the hards. So John Snow must have picked up a drive-through. Clappy picks up. You can expect a lot of penalties around here tonight, guys. It's a high risk. It's a high risk track for penalties, this one. The VSC, we've had VSCs for Black Spartan and Mario. And surely we must have had one for Abby as well, because he was in the middle of the track, so it must have been one. So we've lost 3 guys quite early on. I was lapping rides on the laps. It is 36 laps. So it is a long race tonight. As we lose someone else now, books his rangs, but it's not him we've lost. We've lost Grandad. Oh, we've lost Grandad. There he is. It's on the final corner. It's an odd one. It's an odd one, but it means that Book's spin was nothing to do with it, because it's nowhere near where he was. So Books is in. Marsh is in. Served a penalty as well by the looks of it. Goes on to the hards. And this time it is a full safety car. I mean, how that can bring out a full safety car when the Abbey one didn't, I don't know. Abbey was literally stretched across the track. But there we have it. So let's have a quick... Oh, Glads is pitting from the lead. As is Evan. This is where Brian's medium tyres are going to come in handy. Lord DA has stayed out, but lots and lots of people pitting now. 6 in the pits. And nobody gets to jump on anyone by the looks of it. I think they've all stayed about right. Gaza on those mediums also able to make up lots of positions up to 4th. So on soft tyres, it's only Lord DA and Stampede that's elected to stay out. I would guess from here that well, Glads has gone to the hards, whereas Evan and Taylor have both gone to mediums. So different strategies there. Whether Glads is maybe thinking I'll go hards and then softs later towards the end. We had a couple of practice lobbies here earlier in the day, and the tyre wear was unbelievably high. But I know sometimes in the practice lobbies it's a lot higher than it is if you actually do a race, so I hope that is the case, because it was ridiculously high. I mean, the mediums were gone in like 8 laps, basically. It was that high. So, it's been a choppy start to the race, lots going on. Yeah, but Geekin, I know you don't like hard tyres, buddy. I know from our chat you don't like the hard tyres, so... For people that do like them... Yeah, me too, Sam, to be honest. Bit shocked to see 4 out already. It's not the sort of track where you expect loads of retirements. You expect lots of penalties for corner cutting around here, but not normally lots of retirements. Does make it interesting though, seeing Glad's go onto the hards. Just to see... I'm assuming he's not got any thought in his mind of going to the end. Right, the only track I wouldn't touch hards on, Geekin, is Canada. That's the only one I won't touch them on. But everything else is fair game for me. So, I guess it's each to their own, innit, on that sort of thing. Anyway, let's see. Let's see who the gainers in that are now. Some stops have happened. So position changes. Gaza now up 16 places into P3. Fantastic start to the race from Gaza. Obviously not pitted yet, but he's on the mediums. Presumably to go even, well, medium, soft, I would imagine. It could be medium, soft though. Or medium hards. Depends what he's up. Depends what he's, And the worry now, of course, with the VSCs in the one full safety car earlier on in the race is how many we're actually going to have. Puts that into the back of your mind. Actually, Mexico is a race. Really, there shouldn't be too many. Safety car is going to do another lap because we're just waiting for a couple at the back to Martian books just to catch up to the back. So, yeah, so goes up into third from 19th on the grid, obviously the standout one so far. But a couple of other big gainers so far. Tip Rebel up 8 places, Daniel K up 6 places. But at the moment, Glads and Evan, and I think Brian, without a doubt, are looking strong now. I think for me, Lord DA should have pitted. But we'll see. It's I often find with this game, as soon as you think you've done something good on strategy, something happens to bite you in the bum. Oh, it's not easy to spin it on 2021. Come on. Been playing it nearly a whole year. 9 months now. 8 months. 8 months, 9 months, whatever it is. I don't know. In a way, that's the position changes, stops, tyres. No, don't look at penalties. I've decided we're not allowed to look at penalties. Ever. So there is the confirmation of safety car is in this lap. How is Lord DA going to try and catch them out? He's going to be vulnerable in that big long straight. With the tow for the guys behind. Just got to try and catch the Dutch flyer out. He's gone, Brian. That's the thing, you can't be too aggressive. I think we're going to go back. I think we've got a free across. We have got free. Oh, there's a fourth one joining. So we've got 3 across with a 4th one joining in as well. Brilliant. Absolutely superb. Can they all make it through? They do. I didn't see any obvious contact. There might have been a little bit at the end there from the guy that was behind. Brilliant racing once again from these guys. So Lord DA was able to do enough to catch Brian out. But yeah, what I was saying is you can't be too aggressive when you restart on this track because that final corner is so slippery. If you put your foot down and hit the top revs, it'll spin you right round. I do remember, I don't know if he's watching at the moment, but Sierra, it wasn't so long ago, Sierra spun out of that final corner and managed to fly straight into the pits on accident. As we see Gaza flying around, manages to not quite reach the barrier. And gets going again. He's lost some places, but at least his race is still fully intact. That's the main thing. So let's go back to the onboards. So we have a big train happening now. Just move forward a little bit. Ghost looks like he's having a look at Taylor. You take the outline, brake a bit later, get the outside of turn 1, maybe inside of turn 2. Okay, and there should be another opportunity into turn 5. May get it done before turn 5, and Evan's going to have a look as well. Still side by side. Taylor is one of our new boys, and I've got to say, guys, he's shown some fantastic racecraft and awareness. Brilliant, brilliant racing. Brilliant racing. Finally, Ghost does get the move done. And Evan is going to be right on it. Taylor, he's not giving it up, though. He's not going to give it up. Let's just go to tyres so I can see the age of the tyres. The only thing that's done for Gaza, I agree with you, Art Runner, that was a great save by Gaza to stop it from going into the wall. But it's just such a shame because he's running so high, and of course he's not pitted yet, so he's still got to make that first stop. It's going to hurt as we've got yellows and sets. It's the final corner again. It's caught someone. It's Books this time. He's had a spin. It is a nightmare of a corner, that final one. It's so slippy out of there. Big train happening. Lord DA is managing to hold off Brian still. As Evan makes a move on Taylor. Side by side, Evan's going to have the advantage on the inside here. Surely. And get this done. He does. He gets it done just in time for the S's. I think Taylor maybe decided it was best to back out in the end on that one and cede the position. That's probably sensible as Reaper makes up a place. I thought Reaper was racing. He's been so quiet. But Claffey may well get it straight back because he's picked up the DRS. Oh, they make contact and they're both round. I think they're both going to get away with it, but they need to wait. Might be waiting a bit too long there, guys, but they're off going again. Reaper actually waited for Claffey to go. I suppose in a weird way, Claffey's got the move done somehow. So Brian, there's more changes going on. Oh, Jon Snow's pitted already again. Must have had contact. Must have had damage. Oh, that's a bit of a lunge, that Brian. That was a long way back. Or maybe he just missed his braking a little bit. But, just on board with these. Actually, Evans just gotten... No, sorry, Glads has just gotten ahead of Taylor. Oh, they're side by side again, look. I have to say, I mean, these two are both making their debut with us this evening. But I am massively impressed with Taylor already. He's had like 3 lots of side-by-sides in a row. No contact made whatsoever. Fantastic racing. Really good to see. Oh, and where's he gone? Lord DA, he's pitted somewhere. No, he's only just reached the pit, so he must have had a spin. Lord DA must have spun. As Taylor is back past Glass. On the straights. Oh, you gotta love Mexico with its DRS for this sort of thing, aren't you? You can have it lap after lap after lap. But, yeah, oh, I was on penalties then, I didn't mean to be. But clearly, unfortunately for Lord DA, he clearly must have had a spin before the pits at some point. Yeah, Books is a good guy, isn't he, Geekin? Nice bloke. Train. Anything else? Hoping Ghost to get a good finish today. And me, Sam, because he's in my team. He's the Alpha Tauri. Yeah, so from a personal point of view, our Alpha Tauri doing well at the moment. What's happened there? So Ghost has gotten past Brian. Evan's trying to, but doesn't. Well, they both got DRS. He just ain't got the speed. Brian's trying to get back past Ghost. I don't think he's gonna have. We might. He might actually. Yep. He does get the move done nicely, and he'll still get DRS. So Ghost is going to be susceptible here to Evan. He looks to take the inside into turn 5 and gets that move done as well. I shouldn't worry too much about it, Ghosts. We're on different strategies. Just remember that. Brian's tyres are 13 laps old. You don't need to be fighting with them right now. So the guys behind that, you need to be looking at for the moment. As Brian picks up a penalty, it's going to hurt. Evan's still penalty free as it stands. But as I said earlier on, there's going to be penalties popping up all the way through this race. It's just that kind of track. As another one pops up. Any closer battles at the moment? I mean, Evan's going to pick up DRS. Brian goes towards the pit wall to see if he can defend against the tow, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Not with 6 lap older tyres. No doubt those mediums are getting to the end of their life for Brian now, and he's going to come under pressure from Ghosts as well. Side by side. Ghost has a little bit of a moment. The rear tyres just come out from under him a little bit. But he picks up the DRS again, and he gets the moves done, and is back up into P2. So now Ghost's challenge is to see if we can stay on the back of Evan. We know Evan's quick. So can he stay on the back of Evan? Just noticing that Glads is also called to, and Taylor is also called up. So all that fighting Taylor's done, he's ended up just staying on the back of them, and he's back onto the front 4 now. Stumpy isn't too far behind, he's only a few seconds behind. So this race is all to play for still at the moment, and this Evan has managed to pull out a gap. He's picked it up to 1.5 seconds, which means, well, actually I don't think Ghost is going to be too vulnerable from that distance, even on this straight. He catch right up to the back of him, but he's not really going to be vulnerable. Actually, so far back, I don't think he'll be vulnerable on net straight either, as long as he gets through this series of turns okay, which he does. Still too far back for Brian. Needs to be a lot closer over the line. Reaper picks up 5 seconds, speeding in the pit lane. So, and Ghost has just eaten into that lead of Evans a little bit at the start of this lap, despite not having a DRS. This is this section here where I just wonder if Evan is maybe running a higher downforce. Perhaps that's why he lost so much time in the first section, but he's just gained 6 temps through the S's. So I think maybe, just maybe, Evan is running a higher downforce to help through sector 2. Ghost just runs a bit wide, which is going to leave him susceptible. Oh, he's picked up a penalty as well. Again, Brian just falls back a bit. I don't know whether it's those tyres, it's just not getting the traction maybe. So he is flying up to the back now. Oh, we've got a safety car. We've lost Lord DA, who had such a great qualifying. There he is over there on the right hand side of the track. I think that's where Gaza lost it and recovered it, I think. But unfortunately, Lord DA wasn't able to, so we have our second full safety car of the race, which is probably a bit of a pain for Reaper, who decided to move to the hards. He's back of the well, he's at the back of the ones that are still running, but he's moved to hards, I assume, thinking I'm going to take these to the end and pick up places whenever people pit, but I think rightly, to be fair, he's abandoned that straight away. I think he's realised. These guys at the front. Brian still didn't pit. Surely Brian is going to come into the pits. Reaper needs to get out the pits. He needs to get out ahead of these guys. I think he will. Evan pits. So does Ghost. So does Brian. So does Glads. So you've no worries, Reaper. They've all pitted in a way, so you're safe. So who goes to what? So Evan's going to leave the pits in P1 and is on mediums. Ghost's also on mediums in P2. Brian switched to a set of softs, so you've got to think he's doing another stop before the end. Yeah, there's 19 laps remaining. One of them's under safety car at least. I think it's more likely to be 2 because we should be waiting for Reaper to catch back up, and he's got a long way to go. So, assuming we get racing again on lap 20, got 17 laps remaining. So I think a set of mediums would go that long. They may they may not feel too wonderful come the end, but they should get there. So Stampy's taken that into account and decided to go with the hards, so he's definitely going to the end. So I think the medium runners will go to the end. The ones that have just changed, obviously. It is safety car basically at the halfway point of the race, so it's that sort of time where you can do the rest on one set. Anybody on softs is going to have to pit again. So you've got to think that Brian, Gaza, Rapid Clappy and Top Gotcha are all going to need to pit again. So they don't know if there's going to be another safety car or not. I'd say that's what they'll be hoping for, is to make up some positions here. Another safety car come out at a point where everybody switches to soft, so they keep the track position they gain, but it's always a gamble. Yeah, that's right, Samuel. So many penalties. It will be interesting to see how they affect the end results, and that's why I kind of don't want to look at them, so we're a little bit surprised when they come over the line. Forza AlphaTauri, says Geekin. Come on, the Alphas. How are we doing at the moment? We're in P2 and P13, mate. That's pretty good going. And Daniel K's got a fresh set of mediums on, so I think he's going to the end. Potentially. So it could be good. I think the biggest surprise for someone who hasn't pitted there actually is probably Marsh. 13 lap old hearts and he's not pitted. It's an interesting one. Now, I'm just thinking to myself, is the safety car going to come in this lap regardless, or will it go another lap? I think it only ever stays out 3 laps. Did it come out on? Because if it is definitely going to come in this lap, these guys need to stick their foot down. Well, the safety car's past the S's and going into stadium now. Jon Snow is in the middle of the S's. Sit Rebel and Reaper have just entered them, so... Right, so there's Jon Snow. He's going to get up onto the back of it. Okay. I think they all are. Is it going around another lap? It is going around another lap. Okay. So, they're all safe. They're all going to be on the back, but we're going to have a very boring lap now under safety car. So talk to me, guys, in the chat, please. Let's have a go. I can't do the predictions thing for you because I don't understand how to do it, but let's have a prediction in a way. Who's going to try and predict a top 3 for me? I'll do my own. I am going to go for Evan. Glads and Ghosts in that order. That is my guess for the top 3. I know it's not nice to pick against your teammate. Ellswell saying Evan. Certainly on form so far this season, he's in the best position and shown the pace throughout. But he seems to have people able to match him today, pace-wise. Say, Brian surely is going to be quick on the restart, but I mean, surely he can't make a set of softs go 16 laps at Mexico. That's got to be the definition of insanity, hasn't it? So Evan, Daniel, Kay and Gasly. Ghosts. Daniel, Kay and Gasly. Luckily enough they're the same person, so yeah, I'll let you off. Yeah, Ellswell. So hang on, sorry, so Daniel Kay is in P12, so you are saying he's going to make up 10 places and finish P2? I love your confidence in our AlphaTauri guys. Oh. We are going. I wasn't paying any attention then, so I was looking at the chat. We are off and running. Let's get to the broadcast cam. I don't use it that much. I like to see what the inputs that the driver's putting in. But it is good for restarts and the start of the race. So all as was. I think Ghost is going to have a. I'm sure he'd be able to have a go at sticking with Evan. We know from previous races how quick Evan is. So it's going to be a hard task. But as an AlphaTauri man this season, I'd obviously hope he can stick with him. Brian at the moment, P3, actually struggling a bit to keep with Ghosts. I just wonder, there's definitely some setup things going on here, because Ghost is losing so much time through the S's, but he gains so much time on the straights, so I think Ghost might be running a low downforce. Right, let's go on board with Brian now, because he's very, very close to the back of Ghost. So it looked like Evan had a little bit of a wobble at the final corner. So here comes Brian on Ghost. No DRS, so this is purely with tow. The extra pace of those softs. I wasn't even using ERS then. Oh, no, come on, Brian. The guy's still there. You can't just turn in on him. Ghost. Ghost isn't giving up on this. And that's Glad's having a look up the ins. He's getting involved now. So if it's on these guys on the mediums, I'm probably saying, well, hang on, let Brian. I'd be kind of saying to myself, let Brian go and chase Evan, because he's not getting to the end on a set of softs. So let him go and chase Evan and maybe slow Evan down a little bit. May help them come the end. So we've got, oh, Taylor, that's a bit far back, Taylor. I've been praising you all the way through, but that was a bit, oh, careful. That's okay, we're gonna have trouble on that one. Okay, it's a new player. Hopefully we haven't lost Stampy. Stampy still seems to be going. It is a new player, so let's not go nuts about it. But yeah, that was clearly a unsafe joining to track. Has he not picked up any damage under that at all? The contact he got from Stampy on the side, he might have some undercarriage damage or something like that. But we've got a full safety car out for that. This game is incredible at times. It really is. Got a full safety car for an instant where nobody DNF'd. But, yeah, I just asked that we don't go jumping on Taylor for that, guys. He's a brand new driver. He's shown how good a driver he is by all the side-by-sides he's had. But unfortunately on that one he did make a bit of a mistake on rejoining the track. So, you know, let's not jump on him. Let's just make sure... Obviously, leave that to the admins, to the stewards, to speak to him. We will do, and just let him know for future. Obviously, that doesn't help Stampy, I'm aware of that. Although, saying that, we probably would have been better off pitting to go onto the mediums rather than the hards in a way. So there is that side of it. I'll be back in just a moment while we watch the safety car. Okay, I'm back. It's sorry, my mouth and throat were just drying out a bit, so I just got myself a drink. So, are we all caught up? We are, so we'll be going the end of this lap, so let's get ready on Brian. I think, other than Stampy, obviously, the most annoyed person on the track right now, I think will be Evan, who pulled out a pretty awesome lead. Oh, Ryan, just a bit more, a bit too much input in the lower gear there. Had a little moment. There's the confirmation safety car is in this lap. Yeah, I agree with Arc Runner. I can't, well, unless he's thinking to himself all these laps under safety car, maybe I'll get away with it till the end, but it seems a bit of a stretch for a set of sauce, as Clappy gets ahead of Gaza on the restart. Let's go to the, so we got a nice good view. Bit of action going on back down the order. Stampy getting ahead of Tit Rebel on the restart. Jon Snow's lost a couple of places. In fact, Jon Snow's fallen down. He's okay. He's not off for spun or anything, but he's lost a few. I just got my pussycat is going up to join me. Here comes Box. Come on, Izzy. Come. There you are. Hello, baby. It's Claffy makes up another place. Oh, had made up another place, but Taylor has defended it. And again, side by side, and great racing. And say something tonight, by the way, because there was a couple of mentions about Clappy's internet last week, but it seems perfectly fine this week, without a doubt. As Clappy took to the curb a little bit there, but he didn't need to. Taylor left plenty of room. So yeah. So that's another example of Taylor, guys. As I said, let's not jump on him. He's done some absolutely fantastic racing through this. So let the stewards just say to him, it's obviously up to Stampy whether he puts the ticket in or not. He's absolutely within his rights too. As we reach the... Well, it's 11 laps to go at the moment, but Getting into the later stages, we only have 3 drivers who are left going that are penalty free. Those are Evan, Stampy and Tit Rebel. Those guys going well. Marsh picks up 3 seconds. We've got any close ones at the moment? Let's go back to the onboards. I think actually our closest battle right now is at the back with Top Gotcha on the back of Tit Rebel. Oh, I thought Gotcha was going to throw that down there then, but he's just eased off. Tit Rebel said, I'm going to concede this because I'm on 7 lap old hards. It's maybe not the best use of my time trying to battle someone on fresh mediums, as Taylor is in the pits. So he's on 8 lap old mediums. I presume he's going to stick a set of softs to the end. Oh, he's serving a penalty as well. And he's going to need a new front wing, is he? Oh, this is... well, he's already dropped right to the back. He's going to be miles off. Now... Jon Snow. And he kept... no. No matter how late the break, you're not going to get that one done. So, really fighting the back of books at the moment. So I would say, Arc Runner, I think you're right about his tyres. 4 laps time. I wouldn't say they'll be... you know, I think he'll still be able to race on them. I think he potentially could get to the end, but they'll be so slow later on. Snow just runs a bit wide there. Got his teammate running behind him. I don't know. Stampy's tyres are 4 laps younger. Is it maybe best to say, off you go, pal. You go and have a go at the guys ahead. I hate to say it, but did I just see a little bit of rain? I'm trying to watch closely. Is that why Brian went on the softs? Because he knew the rain was going to come? Let's keep an eye on that. By the way, Brian has taken the lead at the front, and everyone is following right behind him, as glad as him. He pulled out a bit of a lead over Ghosts at the moment. Still running a fantastic 4th place. There's Taylor. He's back in the pits again, and he's gonna... well, is Taylor moving? He is moving. Oh, he needs that car to speed up a bit. He's going to end up a lap down. He is going to end up a lap down. Look at Brian across. I'll have some of that toe. Thank you very much. But Evan still gets him with the DRS. I still think I'm seeing little bits of rain, you know. In fact, I'm 100% sure now it is raining. We could be in for a very exciting end to this race. So there's a bit of contact between Brian and Glads. I think that was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, to be honest. I don't think there was anything particularly wrong with that. Taylor unlaps himself from Brian. He's going to get some yellow flags. Can't believe we're now seeing Taylor suddenly a lap down after the racing he was going through earlier on. Penalties coming up all over the place, but there is absolutely no doubt now it is raining. Yeah, he would beat the new tyre wizard, wouldn't he? Taylor, there are blue flags, buddy. You're going to have to get out of the way. Looks to me as if he's trying to unlap himself, which he's completely entitled to do if he's the faster car, which it appears he is completely allowed to unlap himself. So, and obviously he had DRS assistance there, but he is on completely fresh soft tyres, so as I said, he's completely entitled to unlap himself if he's a faster car. And Evan might want to realise that. I suppose Evan might like the idea of having a slower car stuck between him and the next guy. But really, the guy's faster. Personally, I would have said go on, mate. But we've got some yellows in sector 1 and 2. I don't know what it's for. It was around that area, but it's all green again, so we're all going again. Now these S's are hard enough on a completely dry circuit, but it is definitely raining. See, it's clear as day on my screen now. So Brian is just on the verge of falling out of DRS to Glads. He should have it. I was going to say he should have it. He was definitely only 0.9, so he's dropped out of it now anyway. And the ironic thing now is our leader is going to get DRS, is he? Oh no, he didn't have it back earlier in where the zone was. So Taylor has unlapped himself. I don't want to hear any moaning about that because he has done it fairly. He's entitled to do it. As Jon Snow serves a penalty and is the first to switch to intermediates. Didn't look like it was that wet yet, if I'm honest. On the other hand, there was no DRS being used, so maybe that was why. Maybe it's been disabled. No, surely if it was disabled, everybody would have jumped in that was around that part of the track, surely. So just keep an eye on the gap between Top Gotcha and Jon Snow then. We've got a close one up here actually. We've got Butts is on the back of Daniel K. So he goes to the outside and makes that move work. Same age tyres, and Stampy is now on the back of them. He was on much younger mediums, but now look out, look, it's getting slippery. And I think rightly Daniel K dives in. He says it's right, this is the moment. I'm going to make a name for myself, I'm going to pit at the right time. Maybe some of it... Oh, he's putting on softs. Oh, we needed a front wing. He needed a new front wing. As it stands right now, we do have a second guy. Marsh has gone on to the intermediates. As it stands right now, though, Jon Snow has been falling back on those intermediates, so the track isn't ready. But lucky, they may get a couple of laps at the end where those inters are absolutely flying compared to slicks. At the moment, Evans still seems very comfortable. On slicks. Ghosts. It's close. Oh, Clappy's gotten up into P4. Well played to our young Australian. A very good race today. As Butts is on the back of Stampy. So Butts got ahead of Daniel K because Daniel K pitted, but then Stampy must have got him on the following straight. So let's listen. So DRS is still active. That's your indication that the intermediates are probably still not ready. Surely it's got to affect this race. It can't start raining like 7 laps. What was this? Oh, and Books has lost it. Books has lost it. He's had a bit too much throttle input on the curb, and that's brought out a safety car. So now what do? We know the safety car will let them go at the latest lap 35. This is decision time because I'm genuine. I mean, surely you've got to pit for inters. You can't take the risk that it won't get wet enough. Normally with this game, if it starts raining, it's going to get to intermediate weather, and I just can't see it staying dry enough for slicks. They should get 2 geeking. I think the safety car has to come in so that it gives them 2 racing laps. So it would come in at the end of lap 34. Yeah, we need Massey as accessories. Jon Snow switching to Winters. What does he know? Nothing. He knows nothing. If any of you don't get that quote from Game of Thrones, quite honestly, what have you been doing with your lives if you haven't been watching Game of Thrones? Oh, Jon Snow picks up a drive-through. Oh dear. That's gonna hurt. I've honestly you've got to think that Daniel K is now thinking, why didn't I put on the intermediates? It's got to get wet enough. Surely this track cannot stay dry enough to remain on slicks. A lot of us driving around the track slowly. Who else? Well, Jon Snow is pitted. What's he do? He's put on a fresh set of inters. I don't know whether he just meant to serve his drive-through, but you can't do that under safety car. Let's see what Evan does, because this track does look a little bit slippery under. And obviously, F1 cars don't like driving at slow speeds. Evan stays out. Nobody directly behind him. Oh! What's going on? I have no idea what's just happened. Clappy is out. TV Glad seem to get caught up in that. Well, yes, we've gone on to lap 35, so the safety car had to come in. I'm hoping we got some clips of that, because I couldn't really tell, to be honest, what happened. What has happened, though, is Ghost suddenly finds himself in a lead. Evan in P2, Brian in P3. Ooh, still on. Slick tyres. Yeah, someone lit their tyres up too fast, I think, Renner. I can only assume that's what it was. I don't think, if I'm honest, perhaps I'm not entirely sure that was Glad's. It was, I was on board with Glad's, he just seemed to get caught up in it. But obviously, make sure you got clips and that, if you're going to put tickets in. As Taylor makes his way... No, he's gone back through the field again. How has he managed to end up being lapped again? I have no idea, but there we go. As Gazza gets past Stampy, who's pitted? It's the last lap, Stampy. Oh, he ain't got a front wing. Yeah, you might need a bit then. He's putting on a new set of mediums, so we obviously don't think the inters are any good. And to be fair, Gazza... Is something happened to Glad's? No. Right now it's the track is ready for inter tyres. Gazza's just taken a second out in about 3 corners. Fortunately, I think he's too far back to be able to do anything about it. But look at that. Look at that. That's another second in those 2 corners. Ghost drops down behind Evan. As we are into the stadium. I mean, Evan's penalty free, so he was going to pick up the win in a way. Evan comes across the line. Let's just get the penalties on now. So, oh, Ghost has 17 seconds. He's going to hurt him. That is really going to hurt. Glads has 9. So is he going to keep the position from Glads? He is, isn't he? So it looks like Evan P1, Brian P2, Ghost has picked up a podium on just the second start of the season. Glads comes across the line. Is Gazza going to make up enough time? No. So Glads picks up P4 on his debut. Gazza P5. Top Gotcha's P6. Reaper is coming round in P7. Stampy behind him has 26 seconds of penalties. So Reaper crosses the line in P7. Stampy will cross the line but will lose the position to Daniel K, who moves ahead of Reaper as well into P7. So Reaper P8, Stampy P9. We're waiting for Marsh to finish, but he would definitely be P10 because the others 3 behind were all lapped. So Marshy on his debut will pick up P10, a fine debut indeed. Taylor was P11. We saw glimpses of brilliance from Taylor. We saw a glimpse of not so brilliant from Taylor as well, but you know, it's a first race, so he's got the guys some slack and move on with that. But these 3 guys fully deserved their trophies today. It was a very difficult race with the safety cars, with the virtual safety cars, with the obviously the rain coming in at the end as well. Should I stop for enter? Should I not? In the end, it turned out it was best not to. Although that last lap, clearly the track had suddenly changed. Fastest lap of the race goes to Taylor. So the fastest lap is outside the top 10, so he will pick up a bonus point for that one. Who's our fastest lap inside the top 10? It's Evan by just 18/100ths of a second to Reaper. So Evan will pick up the top 10 fastest lap. Just to confirm and go through the order, we've got Evan P1, Brian P2, Ghost 3, Glads in 4th, Gaza 5, Top Gotcha 6, Daniel K in 7th, Reaper 8th, Stampy 9th, Martian 10th, Taylor 11th, Tit Rebel 12th, Jon Snow 13th, and from Rapid Clappy down, fortunately, we're non-finishers today in a very difficult race. But well done to all the finishers, all picked up points for the teams. Well done to the debutants that in the large part had brilliant debuts today. So congratulations to all of them. Remember, we've got the Tier 1 race coming up at 8 o'clock. Brian and Clappy, I believe, are on comms tonight for that one. So they've got their proper comms team going. So it should be a great race. As far as I'm aware, I think it's a full grid. I'm not 100% sure. It depends whether we manage to get some reserves in. But yeah, otherwise, we'll be going with what we've got. But I know we've got at least 18 for Tier 1. So fantastic. Full grid for Tier 2. Took a lot of work that today, by the way, to get that sorted, but we got there. But yeah, great to see some new guys on the track. That I think is really going to sort of mix it up a little bit for the rest of the season, hopefully. But yeah, thanks that we're watching. I can see there's still 19 of you out there, but it was more at one stage as well. So thank you to everybody that's tuned in and everybody that watches the stream at a later point. I know last week we were not far off 200 views, which is fantastic. So please keep watching, keep giving us likes, keep all the rest of it, and we'll keep doing what we do. So